Hi, I'm Kate from Sew Into Overlocking, and I just wanted to make you aware of this amazing new product that I've come across. So my friend Mikey at Maai Designs, which is MAAI design.com.au, has released this amazing knit binding. So it looks like a traditional bias binding, the way it's folded into the centre, but it's actually cut across the stretch of the jersey. So you've got this amazing stretch happening. So obviously you can use it on your sewing machine by simply folding it over and encasing the raw edge of your fabric and top stitching on your sewing machine. But why I'm really excited about it is there's a whole lot of sewers out there who own cover stitch machines and the particular type of machine can't do knit binding. So firstly, a few of you are probably going, what's a cover stitch machine? So different to an overlocker or a serger, a cover stitch machine has 2 or 3 needle positions and 1 looper. So what that does is it neatens the underneath of your work and you get that beautiful top stitch. So you simply fold your hem up, sit at your cover stitch machine, and it will do the hemming for you. So it's a really fantastic machine which takes your stitching to the next level. I do have a YouTube tutorial on what is an overlocker and what is a cover stitch machine if you'd like to know a little bit more about that side of sewing. But where cover stitch machines are amazing is you can get all sorts of different attachments. So as well as just being able to hem your garments, you can get all sorts of different binders and different attachments that you can use and work with your cover stitch. So a knit binder looks like this. So it's quite a big beast, and you cut your knit fabric, sew ridge to sew ridge, so across the stretch, and it feeds through here. You wrap it through here so it makes the knit behave a little bit better, and then you pull the fabric through this way, run your garment in under here, so it will then fold and top stitch the binding onto the garment for you. I happen to have one that I prepared earlier. So that is my t-shirt where I've added the knit binding. So just being able to self-bind, and I've got that fantastic cover stitch edge there. So unfortunately, not all the machines on the market are able to hold a knit binder because they're just really big, and sometimes it could be to do with the throat space or the actual makeup of the machine that you can't actually get a knit binder for it. Nearly all the machines out there though are able to do woven binding. So the woven binders are a lot smaller. So, and as you can see, I've got a bias strip of fabric fed through, and then as it comes out the end there, it does a little beautiful double fold. You pop your fabric in and you use your chain stitch or cover stitch to actually go around and finish your garment. So fantastic for wovens, but for those poor people who really want to do knit binding, it's really difficult. But now with this new product, you can actually use the 36mm double fold binder that's designed for woven fabrics, and your knit binding will actually run through this beautifully, and you can use your cover stitch to attach it. So let me show you how. So this is my 36mm double fold bias binder. So as I said, designed for woven fabrics. But I'm now going to grab some of this amazing knit binding, and I'm going to feed it into the attachment. Like so. And normally when you're working with this, your binding would be actually the full width of this, but because the jersey binding is obviously already pre-folded for us, what I'm going to do is actually just work with it to do that last double fold for me, or that last fold over for me. So that's why that becomes the perfect size. So I've placed a little bit of sticky tape Gotta love a bit of sticky tape. It fixes everything, doesn't it? Here, so that fold will sit in the center there, so it's not going to drop down, because otherwise it's one of those other things you've got to remember as you're stitching, to hold this up and make sure it's sitting straight and it doesn't drop, because then it's going to change the fold of that binding. So we then place that up under the foot of the machine and attach it. Now, my preferred stitch for working with this is a narrow left cover stitch, but if you want to, you could use a chain stitch, but again, I'd use the left needle, because I find anytime I've done any type of knit binding, it likes to sort of walk to the left a little bit. So every time I use my knit binders, I always just work with the left hand needles. Obviously then I'm just going to pop my presser foot down and do a little bit of a test sew just to see if it's lined up properly for me. So I could possibly move that over just a little bit more. But it's just a matter of lining it up, and once you put fabric in, it does actually change a little bit. See, that's stitching a lot closer to the edge now, and it's giving me that beautiful finished work on the back. Now I'm just going to grab my fabric that I'm wanting to bind, which is a leftover scrap of my t-shirt that I'm wearing. And we're just going to feed that in under here. Now you'll see that I've put fabric in and it's actually moved a little bit with having that extra layer of fabric. So I'm actually just going to slide it over a little bit more and raise my presser foot, bring my needles up and just sort of wriggle the work over a little bit. That's it. So I always do a bit of a test run when I'm doing any of this type of binding. It's really important that you work with the exact fabric that you're going to be working with, because the thickness of fabric will change how the stitch is sitting. And because I'm actually going through 5 layers of fabric, so I've got obviously a double fold at the top, single layer of fabric that I'm binding, and the double fold at the bottom. I like to extend my stitch length, so bring it up to sort of 3.5 to 4, and you'll find the machine will just run better. And look at that. That is absolutely sensational. If I get that original looper thread out the way. Just absolutely beautifully bound. I hope if you're the owner of one of these cover stitch machines and have a 36mm double fold bias binder, that you're as excited about this product as I am. So comes in lots of great colours. Maai Designs, which is MAAI design.com.au. You'll find them on Facebook and Instagram as well. Lots of great colours. There's this super cute bright pink, so I've just made a little hoodie jacket. There's lots of baby girl sewing happening in my house at the moment, and little envelope tee that I put together using the white, but there's a grey marl and a lavender as well, so and obviously navy that I've used on my t-shirt. So and it works so beautifully and so easily. So if you use this product, send me some photos of what you make. I'd love to see. And until I see you next time, happy overlocking and cover stitching.